Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Oh, just going to check my microphone, make sure it's clicked in. So you guys, today our reading is going to be an awesome pick a card on your true love path and journey. What's going to take place, all about your person, some of the things that might indicate you are on the most direct path through synchronicities and other things. We'll look in some of the symbolisms of the cards and see what comes up in the messages I receive. And if you guys are curious about this deck like I would be, because it's so damn gorgeous, it's the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. It just came up on my feed and I was like, look at the artwork, you guys. It is mind-blowing and the book is beautiful. I'm really excited to be using this deck today for your gorgeous passion trail that is leading you to your person. But very quickly before we begin, you guys, too, when you guys are listening, it's one of those things where we need to take a deep breath and let go of any unwanted thoughts. So if anything is distracting you or your brain is in overdrive, take a few breaths and really focus in so you can make your choice, and then we can begin. Because one thing I've been noticing, if I just put on my screen and I start listening to somebody and I'm engaged in something else, like I have an iPad or I'm at my computer, I don't even hear what the reader is saying. I don't even hear what is going on in the TED Talk if I'm listening to it. So I'm now, to have singular focus and present moment awareness, I take a deep breath and I say, I'm really hearing this, I'm really absorbing it. Because that way you'll know your cosmic cues and clues are in place with the things that are being said. Because nothing lights up our world and has us become our best possible high vibrational self with really tapping into love, right? Just think when you're in love how giving, generous, peaceful, and just joyful you are, right? And again, you guys, if you like my video, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Sometimes I like to say it at the beginning because at the end, I too forget when I'm listening to somebody to do that. So you guys, I'm really excited. And at the end, feel free to watch all of these and take from it whatever resonates. And at the end, I'm going to do a flip through of this deck because it honestly, it's on my top 3. It is so out of this world. So you guys, our choices are number 6, there is strength in doing nothing. Wait, what have you been forcing and how can you let go of the outcome? We all know we get a little fixated, right, on a person, a place, or a thing, and then we kind of like suck the oxygen out of it through our not having patience and having kind of a lack mentality. You can do this, you guys. Just let it go. Get in flow state. Number 2 is 16. Midas touch. Things are working out in your favor. In what ways are you abundant right now? Hence the gold. I felt like anybody who's watching this, I'm sending you good abundance vibrations. I'm hoping for wealth and abundance and, just fun choices that come with all of that, right? You can travel, you can purchase things that help you build on your template of whatever you're trying to do. Because I do know, I remember the day when I wanted to make certain pieces of jewelry and I was like, oh my gosh, those stones are too much, and then I would be all forlorn. But may all your abundance rush in for you, group 2, 100%. Number 3 is 13. Breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all as well? Just like I said at the beginning, you guys, I would love for you to focus on this moment and hear these words and know these messages are meant for you and believe in it. Have the law of assumption working for you. My love is coming. I'm going to be in balance. Things, again, you guys, I'm going from the human template of desire and then fear. We have to let go of that fear. Let's have the desire, but let's have the assumption that it will be a smooth flowing journey, and we don't need to invite fear into that. There's no reason. When we make decisions based on fear, they don't turn out so well, right? Because we block ourselves. So you guys, I'm going to begin. I'm going to let you make your choice and then we're going to begin. Okay, group 1, and we're going to find out as much as we can in every little endeavor, your mind space. Take that deep breath, focus, get cozy, and let's see. How true is this? There is strength in doing nothing. Sometimes we just need to pause and stop assessing and assuming and being in the grips of it, right? We want to let go. We are not chasing, we are receiving. So just like nature has its seasons, we have seasons of our soul. There's a time for planting seeds, harvest, growth, and celebration, and also rest and renewal. So understanding the season of our soul's growth helps us navigate our life with more grace and ease. because often we can feel stuck when really we're initiating new levels of consciousness. And with this comes a time of inner reflection. So this card comes when it's a phase of realignment. We're getting realigned. Are we getting too stressed by this? Are we thinking there's no one out there for us? You know, we've seen everything, so on and so forth. Disbelief, because I know a lot of people that have been doing that have been on dating sites, they get so like, no thank you to some of the responses out there, right? It's like every crazy comes out of the woodwork. But really, this is divine assignment for you. So now is not the time to rush. Things are happening behind the scenes. They really are, and aligning for you. Trust the process and allow yourself to relax and do less. Practice being patient and slowing down. So say there's somebody kind of like in your periphery that you're interested in. Send a message, light and breezy, and then relax and let it do its work. You've put your order into the universe. We don't have to keep following it up with more messages. We don't have to put up with that sense of urgency. Seems like desperation. So we just got to take our foot off the gas there, right? Practice being patient. Everything is going to make sense soon. And your higher self is urging you to take this time to regroup, reevaluate, rest, and there you'll have your energy for your next phase. So you can ask yourself, what have I been forcing and how can I let go of the outcome? Now, everything is a reflection. Hold up your energetic mirror, because what do you need in your life that you're currently not getting? And if you're watching this video, it's probably a good chance that is love and companionship, because the one thing we just need to be careful of with this is when we think that that's the one thing that's going to complete us and make us happy. Simply not true. It's ourselves. It's our attitude. Our mind is like a blank slate, and if we start filling it in with this is the only thing that makes me happy, this is the only thing that's going to help me, this is the only, you know, all of that, it creates blockages of what true happiness is. And that's you being excited and curious about what each day is going to bring to you, regardless of where you're going or what you're doing. Right? You want to reassign the focus on what can bring me joy. So look what we got here. We have your King of Cups. There's your person. So your particular person, I love this. I feel like they're probably a lot of water in their chart. They're also, interestingly, a really great communicator and listening. When you get a King of Cups, that's somebody that their ears are totally perked. They want to know. They are listening to your creative ideas. They're listening to your goals, your dreams, and they're also helping you with optimistic energy. This type of person really cheers you on in your endeavors. They love that you have, you know, these peaky dreams and great ideas, and it's a person that's also going to lift your spirit and motivate your soul. It is time to fall in love with yourself all over again, and they're going to help you do that. This individual, man, that doesn't get much better than that. So here's your time. I feel like it's like within 5 months they're coming into the scene. I'm glad that's your time and not the lack mentality. And Queen of Wands, there is your match. Now when we get this, when we get a king and queen, or we get a king and a king, or a queen and a queen, that's awesome in terms of compatibility. And look at this, fire and water. We're loving this so much. So each of you can quench each other's thirst. You can ignite each other's flames and passions and help one another. They are going to make you feel like this, passionate for everything, every creative endeavor that you want to go towards. You're going to make a habit of learning new things all the time. Music's going to be playing. You are going to feel like there's no better time than right now for everything that you're thinking of. This person is guaranteed to recharge you energetically, give you a vibrational boost, make you feel good about where you're going. And a very big key to healing and how we progress in life, honesty. You know, when we're routinely honest with ourselves and our wants and our needs and our intentionality, so something shifts, something really important shifts that, listen, I've been living in this kind of arena and it doesn't suit me, because it could be very habitual, the same thing over and over, no growth, you starting to feel a little stagnant. Kind of ruminating in the arena of resentment and or disappointment, right? I mean, it's so easy to be dissatisfied with things, but why not move in the directions of being satisfied? And your individual is going to help you. Let's reach for things that make us happy, that make us high vibrational, that get us stoked. Let's go for a walk in this big, beautiful field. You know, let's go swimming in this stream. Let's do things we haven't done. Let's go on a carousel ride. Fun and interesting and new things to try. And let's see. 5 months, not bad. And I also feel, you guys, you're going to be pulling in other people as well. So Two of Pentacles, there will be a choice too for some of you guys. You will have a secondary person that maybe comes in before your true heart's match. And you'll feel like this feels good and comfortable, but there might be little red flags and little things that kind of poke at the compatibility chart where you're like, oh, I wouldn't normally think of this way. I wouldn't normally endorse this idea, and a little bit of red flags come in. And then when your person comes in, you see how everything is just like silver and bright, where in your current relationship there's big areas of murkiness and gray where you do feel dissatisfaction because it's not a true compatible mate for you. So there may be someone in the picture when your true person comes in as well, because what's happening is now you're getting aligned with this love, you're ready for it, so your attention is coming, where your focus and your energy goes, attention flows. So you're going to have people now like, hey, what's going on, who are you, I love this. So the Hangman, very important with this. Pause and assess. Really do a pause and assessment of where you are. Are you practicing patience? Are you staying present? Are you consciously slowing down and observing? You ever go like on a first date and you almost don't remember a word they said? That's because nerves start to interrupt our normal rhythm. We are super conscious of what we want to say and respond, how we want to seem. Instead, just observe that individual, have present moment awareness, and really listen to all the details and the body language. Like they are proving their case to you, not vice versa. You're not trying to prove who you are, why you're valuable, or any of that. You're simply listening and saying, well, let them show me what they have. And because of that, you'll be able to see all the things you want to see and that are necessary. Again, how is the compatibility chart? Do you see weird things eking in there on the conversation, such as any weird prejudicial statements, any racist things? And you can tell if you're out to dinner, how do they treat their wait staff? All those little things. Are their arms like clenched tightly across their chest? Are they very defensive? Are they braggadocious to the point where you're like, no, thanks you, I'm leaving? All of those things, pause and assess. I love that, because everything is a reflection. Really hold up that energetic mirror. What do you need in your life that you currently are not getting? Is that peace and quiet, meditation, slowing down, trying something new, choosing love over fear, sharing your emotions, whatever it is. I love this for you guys, because this is essentially saying you're going to recognize what it is. You're going to start to bolster yourself and pay attention to the synchronicities within 5 months. And before that, you'll probably have another, you have this courtship cycle. But again, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to recognize that initial person that comes in was kind of like a test run. And now you feel like, now I know exactly what I do want and what I don't want. And then when your person is ushered in 5 months, you're like, wow, I can get on board with this. This person is pretty, they're pretty special. And I want to pull one other thing. So I like this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, because I was like, I had this vision of something that's very interesting that this came up. So again, this is somebody who's fortified with good financial health. They know the energy of money. They are gracious and generous. But also, you're going to get an authentic person. When you get a Nine of Pentacles, that person is grounded, they're centered, they're like that. They're that person that knows who they are bone deep, and they're not projecting some image. They simply are this person. They are honorable, they have integrity, and they just seethe that. It seethes out of their body and their words. You feel that it sinks in. The energy is warm and connective, and it's just something you can relate to right away. You're like, wow, this doesn't feel like work. This feels like peaceful. It feels like home. It feels like part of what I want to be part of. So that is you. Oh, I love this so much. And you definitely are going to feel like you're having a detox over the next 5 months. You're prioritizing self-care. Again, dropping any negative self-talk, practicing gratitude for all the good in your life, no matter how small, bringing up that frequency in a really beautiful way, group one. So again, you guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And if you need a private read, all my information is on the thumbnail of the very front of this video too. So you can DM me or email me and I'll send you my menu. And flip through to the end, or feel free to watch all of this and watch the flip through of this deck, because it is so amazing. I mean, the artwork is startlingly gorgeous. Absolutely one of the best. It's like visually it's stunning, but then the book and the words are, they level up to the artwork as well, which was pretty impressive. So thank you guys again for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And now we're going to begin with group two. Okay, group two. Now comment down below if this is you. For whatever reason, I feel like this is going to be one of the most chosen groups. Just due to the fact there's something about the phrase Midas touch. I love that. That's why I love gold and silver, some of my favorite colors, just because of the warmth and the coolness, the clarity, the pureness of it, and just the value. And you are coming to realize, if you chose this card, that you are of super high value. Things are working out in your favor. In what ways are you abundant right now? I'd love for you to just look right now at something. Look around you where you are in whatever room. What is something that you notice that you know you have that maybe a lot of people don't? It could be a nice television set, a beautiful dog or cat, comfy jammies, a fun mug full of tea or coffee, the fact that you can relax on a Sunday and chill out. Whatever it is, really, really feel gratitude for this moment and the fact that you have the leisure time to sit back and listen to a nice video, things that enhance your world, that you're at peace. And I want you to say to yourself, I have no worries, all is well. I'm constantly doing that for myself. It takes away any kind of rush factor or pending schedule. I just practice gratitude for all the good in my life and I relax. I choose love and respect and kindness, and I am a powerful manifester, because this card definitely says that, because right now is ripe with possibilities. Group 2, you have the Midas touch, and everything you do can reap tangible rewards. So this is the energy of abundance flowing to and through you. We live in an abundant universe. There is plenty to go around, and right now you can tap into the infinite power of this natural flow. Abundance is not always in the form of financial gain. It can be love, joy, peace, harmony. Call in what you want and bring it in, more of it into your life. Now is the time to celebrate the outcome that you have been working towards, because the energy around you is heightened right now, leading you to ultimate success in this. So you can definitely manifest the love, the particular love that's significant and compatible with you right now. So if you've been on the fence or unsure about something, take this as a sign from the universe to go for it. It's a big yes delivered. Things are going to work out in your favor. Because right now, a divine source of energy is supporting your efforts, and everything is going to work out in your favor. It will work out and it will get you what you need. Everything that you nurture and focus on with grace and love is going to grow. So let's get some information about how this journey is going to proceed. I'm really excited for you guys. I definitely feel your energy is like, now you're deserving of this. This is not only karmic rewards, but I feel like you thrive and do better in love, and the universe wants that for you. Yeah, look at this, 3 of Wands. So there's your immediate future. So 3, that's going to be your time period. Group 2, 3 months, and this is going to be ushered in. And this is great social energy. This is great planning. This is diversity. This is courage. This is love, accepting yourself who you are and how you want to live. This is your purpose. I feel like right now you're going to release any extra pressure put on yourself while you're trying to discover and define yourself and fit it in a box. Like, just stop. You're not A, B, or C. You are essentially a beautiful light being having a human experience, and your life is really perfect as it is. Right in this moment, you're a perfect expression within your life. And now you're going to dive deeper into living more intentionally. And that's part of the things that help us manifest our true love that comes in, that we vibrate with, because we're gaining access to information that we need. So with this 4 of Swords, we need rest. We have to remind ourselves we need rest. And let's check in with this. And then the 8 of Cups too. So with the 4 of Swords, and I want to put a clarifier, some of you guys, you might just be working too hard. You might be driving yourself a little bonkers. Oh my gosh, I just pulled from the center of the card and look what came up for that. Okay, so you have been searching for love. A lot of you guys might have been on dating sites being set up and just had disappointment after disappointment, and just the weirdest encounters of a lifetime with certain people. You ever do it? They're like, oh, they look like a semi-normal person, and then they start to talk and you're like, oh great, it's the devil incarnate. How are you doing? You know what I mean? But your love is so coming in very quickly, and there's going to be balance. And I feel like, again, there's a lot of water in your particular person's chart too. Great communicators. They create their own reality. They know who they are and what they're doing. They are aligned with their values. Their true self is flourishing right now. And I feel like you're going to be a perfect expression within your own life of this. And you're going to dive deeper into living more intentionally as you experience these changes and growth. Again, ask yourself, how can I be more intentional with my choices and live with more purpose? Eliminate distractions. Stop shining the light on things you are not, right? Our soul has a unique language and desires nothing more than for us to honor our true path. But we fall into society's traps. We focus on material things, illusions of success, approval of others' ideas that block us from receiving these messages that we need. I'm watching a program right now where people are, it's a show, but the people are driving themselves absolutely bonkers to hang on to this ideal in their head, or they cannot budge an inch. Even it's pretty much cutting off their own nose to spite their face. And people do this, like they will mortgage themselves to the hilt so they can have a sports car, so they can send their kids to private school, to keep up with the Joneses, to seem A, B, and C. Yet, are they spending time with their family members? Are they spending time with their husbands, wives, children's, pets? Or are they allocating that to nannies and everybody else so they can go chase more money? It's that kind of thing. Society has whacked out a lot of people in that. The intentionality to live with the family you created it's not part of their center anymore. It's how they appear, how they seem to others. And sometimes you can see this all the time. You can see it in reality shows where everybody's always fighting and squabbling and they want to be extra and be seen. I feel like people's main purpose a lot of times is they want to be understood. And if they're not understood, they go about methods of trying to get understood in very unique ways. Some people, it's expressive through art and conversation, which is nice. Other people, they think if I have this flash house and car and all of this stuff, people will notice me and think I'm important. It's such a strange assemblage of a life, but that, unfortunately, that's how society is. We're bombarded all the time on everything with that. But I feel like you're simplifying your life right now, and it is about that one thing. Your divine assignment is, what does love mean to me? How often do I look in the mirror and say kind things to myself, to others? This is your opportunity to improve your relationship with yourself, celebrating yourself instead of berating yourself. Using this time to create a new self-love routine as well. Add these to your daily routine. Give yourself true care and watch everything that transforms, because you are going to feel nurtured and cared for, bringing up your vibration, getting aligned with this love. And that also lets you know there's no way that you're going to accept crumbs, mistreatment, someone who's misaligned with your values. Like, this is a time where 100%, I do not settle, and I feel like it's going to be a very freeing time. It's a soul alignment. It's time for radical change. There's an infinite loving presence and one power moving in and through all of us. And you're going to allow that and know exactly what to do and when to do it. It's a time, of huge evolution and personal growth for you, and understanding that I need healthy boundaries in place. I need to express myself and communicate myself intelligently and clearly. And also with your individual too. I feel like, I'm going to pull another thing. I feel like there's a lot of humor and warmth to them, because I just keep seeing like a microphone and comedy club. Not that they're a stand-up comedian, but they have a lot of humor to them. So your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? It's funny how group 2, you're kind of Rita saturated, and you really getting to know yourself and what you truly want, and getting aligned with that, because it is big. Sometimes we're in groups or we're still finding ourselves. And then when we're in certain groups, we realize, hey, we fit nicely and I like this vibe, or the opposite is true, right? And just asking, do I crave a deeper connection? So many of us live for others and make choices based on what others want for us. So we put them first because we want so much to be liked or appreciated. But when we do this, we're hiding our true selves. And when we hide our light, we can feel depleted, let down, and exhausted. But now, the most amazing thing is going to happen. You're starting to show the world the real you. Your emotional and spiritual needs are now going to get met, and you're going to get an honest reflection back. The world is finally going to see you in all your glory and show you how much it loves you. And I love this for you. That's why it is coming in so quickly for you, group 2, because you have decided, I am ready, and I'm ready for my tribe. And with your love is also going to come these beautiful kindred spirits, this understanding. this centeredness, this just sort of glorious, generous phase of your life where giving and receiving is in equal measure, which I love. So that's you, group 2. Again, comment down below if this was you and you're feeling this. You're feeling this like kind of resurgence and vitality taking place. And again, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Feel free to watch one of the other ones if you want to see some more things, if they resonate. And also if you flip through to the end, usually first in comments is where all of the timestamps are. I got a beautiful gal Gidget and some other people that do that for me. So if you want to go there and see the flip through at the end, come see this deck because it is phenomenal. I am so in love with this. Beautiful energy, group 2. All right, now we're on to group 3. I love this so much. Breathe. This moment matters most. The present moment is the key to your freedom. Learning how to be present is the greatest path to liberation. When you overthink, you're trapped and can't reach the solution because the ego will try to convince you that the present moment doesn't matter, that only the past and the future have importance. But this is the trick it plays to keep you frantic. The present moment offers calm. When you are in peace, the ego cannot exist. So that is going to help you assess and blueprint your path into love and understand that whoever I'm talking to, I'm going to breathe in. This is the moment where I pay attention to cues and clues and how I feel in the vibrations. I'm not worrying about what I'm going to go make for dinner or why I'm talking to an individual. I'm really going to show up and be present. You're being asked right now to free yourself from overthinking the past and worrying about the future by being present right now. Take a deep breath, breathe it out, do this again. Do it 3 times. As you breathe in, allow more oxygen into your system. It helps as a purification and grounding support. And I do this when I first step outside my door too, when I know I have to get in my car, go somewhere. I'm like, let me center, let me think one thing at a time. Let me have my mental list, right? When you use your breath to connect to the moment, you also move past your mind's perception of ego and worries. Because I'll tell you what, whenever we transition and move a muscle and change a thought, well, who wants to pop in and tell us, you better do this, you better not do that, you better hurry, you better scurry, you better super worry? It's our ego, right? And each moment contains a chance to let go of that with nourishing breaths. So but honestly, the divine assignment is when we focus on the problems in our life, we can't see the way to the solutions. So instead, we have the power to use our breath to connect to the here and now, where you're free. The power lies in your ability to connect to the present moment and see it and everything for the truly miraculous moment that it is. I had this over and over yesterday where I was going through a snowy field down by the beach, and a couple of the views allowed me to only see the snow of the field and then the blue of the ocean, and it was one of the most peaceful moments. And I even, in my mind, I said consciously to myself, stop thinking of anything else but this moment and take a mental picture of this. It is so soothing. It is so beautiful. I need to really drink this in. There we go, the Emperor. There's your person. And we need to drink in these moments that are going to help us. Ooh, that is so soon, you guys. That's your time card, 2 months. There's your person. Let's see what's happening over here. Queen of Pentacles. This is you, grounded, centered, and wonderful. Hey, it doesn't get any better than this, group 3. Comment down below if this is you. So this is you in your very near immediate future, pulling in and manifesting your person. You're stepping out of your comfort zone to achieve these great things. You are bold, you're courageous, you are love, and you accept yourself as you are. With this center and this beautiful, just like feeling grounded and solid, you're going to be able to reach out like that strong-rooted tree, pulling in top-notchery debauchery. You want your person and you want them to be fine, and you want them to have their act together, financially stable, mature. You know, I'm constantly having these conversations with people about what kind of is an ideal person and why. And I feel like for you, your ideal person is going to be somebody, you know, they are funny and naturally witty, they are smart, they are solid, they are trustworthy, fidelity, has a lot of integrity, but also is powerful in their kind of quiet fortitude to move through, get things done, very responsible, very resourceful. And I feel like that's important to you because we don't want to have to baby anyone or mother anyone or father anyone, right? And you're going to feel like this. I can just create. I can create reforms in my life where I want. I can streamline. I can evacuate. I can evacuate the Pardon me, you guys. I was having a catastrophe of cats. Decided to argue. Again, you are just going to streamline and purify and really get into this state of, I'm ready to focus on all of the great potentials that I may have let rest for a moment too long. Because here we have your purpose is personal expansion. How can I be more intentional with the choices and live with more purpose? A lot of you guys are ready. You're ready to branch out. You're having these huge epiphany moments. You're having these phoenix moments. And a lot of times when we're having this, we do the deep internal dive. That's why love shows up for us, because we oscillate a much higher vibration. We are able to contribute to the world in a beautiful and warm and generous way when we're in love. You see couples like holding hands. They are smiling. They are joyful. They are high vibrational. The world wants that for us. And oftentimes when we're recognizing our true purpose, that is when our person comes in, because then we want what is substantially higher than we've wanted before in a person, somebody who shares and gives unconditional love. Because sometimes if we're in a growth phase and we're uncertain and we lack confidence, a lot of people become people pleaser to the next person that they have a relationship with. They're already put at a disadvantage because they're constantly trying to prove why they're worthy of love. They're constantly trying to live up to some standard that a narcissist knows that person's lane that they're in, and will literally be like a magnet to them. Like, how can I literally suck the life out of this person, right? And then that people pleasing cycle and that kind of mental abuse and all that takes place. This is the opposite, where you're truly empowered and your faith is very staunch within you, and you will never settle. And anything that looks like a red flag you discuss immediately, and then you can substantiate whether that person is worth your time. But within 2 months you're going to have a person that is going to help you so much, because so many of us are searching for the one thing that gives us purpose and defines us, the life purpose we think we were born for. So consider that life is the purpose. To live your life more on purpose is the entire reward of your personal journey. Let go of thinking your purpose is just one thing or what you do, and embrace the full expression of yourself, which is your personal expansion. Perhaps you're putting an extra pressure on yourself, trying to discover and define yourself and fit it into some box. But the things that you do are not who you are. They do not define you. If you feel called to step into a new career, a new relationship, or experience, follow this inner nudge and trust the bigger picture of your life. Staying connected to your true self will help you stay balanced and aligned with your values. So instead of focusing on what you should do, allow yourself to do what you truly want. Be unapologetic about your desire to live a life that feels good from the inside out. Make choices that align with your values, and your true self will flourish. It's really about the perfect form of expression within your life for yourself. Too often, and I find conversations weird, like I can be in a room, I'm a Sagittarius, I can talk to anybody about anything, but something that will put me to sleep is all of a sudden when somebody you can tell who thinks work absolutely defines them and who they are, because they go on and on about it. They let you know why they're so expert at it, why it's so fantastic, why it's the only way to live. You know what I mean? That's that kind of insecurity and like, let me prove myself. And we're so conditioned to do those things that I always think it's weird at a party when somebody's like, so what do you do for a living? Like, I just think that's bizarre to me. And that's one of the first questions that come out of somebody's mouth. And for me, it's almost impossible to explain. Can you see me? And I do have people that have asked me that, and I just say, I'll start with, I design jewelry. Because if I start with, I'm an intuitive tarot reader, have psychic abilities and whatever, people are like, oh yeah, it's one of two things. Oh my God, can you read for me? Blah, blah, blah. But all of those things, you know what I mean? And I always like to start a thing like how are you? And I would love to, I always have this strange impulse to ask somebody, what's the coolest thing you did today or this week? You know what I mean? Like, I want to hear cool stories. Like, I want to hear stuff. So it's one of those things where now incrementally you're going to make these desired changes where things stick up for you. Like, oh, I get this. Yeah. You know what? I've done this as habitual. This is no longer necessary. This makes me feel really great when I wake up, stretch, yoga, talking to funny people, watching stand-up comedy, listening to music, whatever it is. You are raising your vibration in every way possible in preparation for this. And what I'm going to do too, I want to see what might be in their chart. Holy water charts everywhere for you guys. Yeah, I see a lot of water. The last two, also the people had a lot of water in their chart. That doesn't necessarily mean they're a water sign. It means they have the attributes of water signs. Very great communicators, great on emotional support, great on creating a warm atmosphere for you to thrive in, supportive, still that lovely bit of mystery, you know? So they're a challenge, but a beautiful challenge, all of that. And I feel right now, this is a huge time of personal expansion. You are becoming a person of wonder to yourself. Like, I knew I could do this, but I didn't realize that I could expand and feel really great stepping into my power and out of my comfort zone, which is exactly what you're doing, group 3. So I love this for you so much. Again, you guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm going to do a flip through of this deck in just a moment. Right now I'm getting it ready as well. So again, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. It really, really helps me so much in the algorithms. And you guys, thank you so much for your support. Quick sip of water. Again, you guys, if you need personal reads or any information, everything is right on the thumbnail at the beginning of this video. So you can tap in and let me know, and I get your readings done within 48 hours, very quick. I do it just like this in video format, answering all your questions. And there's all different time choices and everything, and I'll send you the menu if that is something you're interested in. So you guys, we're going to do a flip through and see what is going on. And I'm just going to let you see the artwork for now too, because something I want to do is have this be for a surprise in the future, and some of the messages, because they're so beautiful and wonderful in the book. But the one cool thing about these cards is there's crystals everywhere in them, and I'm crystal obsessed anyway, but they sneak in all these beautiful crystals. But the warmth and the color and the beautiful just brightness, like they evoke a feeling, a real feeling. And they just make me happy and joyful. But they also, they give me this incentive to do things new, differently, vibrant, more light. And you know, as an artist, I like to paint, I like to sketch. I love color. It creates a mood for me. These create a mood. You know, I would have these in posters all over my wall. There might be one or two at some point that I actually have blown up and put on my wall. I love purples. Like when you look at this, don't you just feel the deep, rich initiation of calm and breath, right? Spiritual color. I love purple. Purple was my mother's favorite color. She had a purple fur coat. She had a purple hat. She had loved purple. And as I reached my 20s, it started to be one of my most restful colors and to get into. Now look at this. This is beyond, like, don't you just love that? It's like a cosmic crystal forest, desert. So amazing. Look at this. Yeah, they have the beautiful moon cycles on this. But I mean, what's really impressive, like, look, forgiveness and set yourself free. And then also in the book, you get about 2 pages of beautiful writings that just kind of open up your consciousness, greater understanding. I love that. Looks like Nazca lines. I'm obsessed with the symbology, and this is very helpful. And I just feel like sometimes in our quest to learn more about ourselves, some oracle decks really do the trick. They help us. They center us. I feel like if you read something that's beautiful, inspiring, or listening to something that's beautiful or inspiring, first thing, you know, in the morning and right before night, we're reprogramming ourselves. Definitely. And if you guys are curious, I also have on, what is it? On Sparkrist 11, I have a, you know what? It's not even like computing in my brain. Anyway, over on YouTube, there's a secondary channel that I have that is Daily Pop of Positivity. And it just talks about, you know, every day it's just a positive kind of path to go down that makes us feel good about who we are and why we do the things we do. And I use a lot of oracle decks, and they're very helpful, just like this. But again, isn't this fantastic? And again, if you guys are curious, I got this off Amazon for like, I think only like $20 or something. Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. Sometimes these bonanzas just show up, and I feel like I'm going to get so much great use and knowledge and information out of this deck. Again, you guys, thank you so much for watching my video and supporting me and all your great feedback on my reads. You guys are the absolute best. And I'd love for you to come over to my IG, which is Sparkrist11. I do daily posts and memes and inspired things that I see. Lots of great things about, you know, astrology, moon phases, and just things to inspire and lift us, because we can always use all the help we can get, right? So love and light, you guys.